Hello and welcome to Only Connect, the quiz that's unashamedly difficult. Not in the sense of awkward or stroppy, although I do insist on running water and a hand dryer in my dressing room, which is lucky because they've put me in the ladies' loo. No, I mean difficult in the sense of tough, challenging, almost impossible. But these are the quarterfinals, so our teams have already demonstrated their particular brilliance. In fact, if this was the Victorian era, they'd be displayed in sideshows so that everyone could marvel at their unusual skills. So, in a very 21st century sense, let's gawp at the freaks. I mean that admiringly. On my right, it's the gamblers. Jenny Ryan, a law graduate who's a regular player at her local bingo hall. Alan Gibbs, a chemistry graduate who enjoys travelling, live comedy and playing online poker. And their captain, Dave Bill, a cricket umpire and former bookie who loves betting on the horses. Are you making a book on Only Connect?
We should have done, I think, yeah. Might be able to have a few quid on who we thought might be the winning team.
How do you price this quarter-final?
Even straight down the middle.
Well, good luck. Let's meet your opponents. On my left, it's the bowlers. Michelle O'Callaghan, an accomplished chorister and former professional pantomime performer. David Bowers, a history graduate and keen cyclist. And their captain, Stuart Lightfoot, an accountant who enjoys playing Japanese computer games. More importantly, they all love 10-pin bowling. They are the bowlers. Stuart, how was your heat? Were there any gaps in the knowledge?
We struggled with the goons and also with scandalous women. But on the whole, I think it was more the fact that the other team was so good, they kept it so close. So I think we didn't need to show too much weakness.
Do you think you were too young for the goon show question?
I think everyone's too young for the goon show questions these days.
Well, let's hope there are no more of those in the show. Good luck. In round one, I will simply ask the contestants to tell me what is the connection between four clues. But as they'll know from playing it before, if they can tell me the right answer after seeing fewer than four clues, they will get more points. Gamblers, you won the toss. You'll be going first. You'll remember we have a board of Greek letters hiding our questions. Please pick one.
Alpha, please.
OK, your first clue will be coming up. Aha, that little noise means it's the sound or music question. So you'll be hearing the clues up to a maximum of 4. What's the connection? We're starting now.
Why don't you get a job, Offspring?
Why don't you get a job?
What's that? Why did you get a job by Offspring?
Next.
Oh, yeah. Next, please.
Hey Jude.
Jude.
Have you all written about the songwriter's son? Or,
It could have been.
Offspring. Why don't you get a job?
Next,
Hey Jude,
please.
Julian Lennon.
Sounds familiar.
No, again. Next, please.
10 seconds.
Daniel.
It's about relatives, isn't it? Members of the family. Daniel. Hey, Jude.
Are they all songs that are written about members of one of the band's family?
I'm afraid that is not the connection. So I'm going to throw it over to the bowlers for a possible bonus.
People who've died.
No, because Hey Jude.
I can't give you a long time to debate. Do you have an answer?
It's about sons of the singer.
About sons?
About the...
No.
Do you think
Sorry.
if it was about sons of the singer and your opponents had guessed members of the family, that I wouldn't have given it to them?
You have been quite cruel in the past. So.
Even I am not that cruel. No, you're miles off. It's the first one that...
Books of the Bible. Books of the Bible.
It is about books of the Bible. Tell me what came to you too late
Why
about
don't you
those.
get a job, Joe?
Job rather than job.
Whatever the third
Can't
one
remember
was.
the other one.
Yeah.
The third one was Ernest Gold's theme from Exodus. Books of the Bible hidden in their titles. And, of course, the mean one, Why Don't You Get a Job? Or Job, as we liked it. Too late, I'm afraid, no points. Bowlers, please pick a letter.
Can we have Epsilon, please?
Absolutely. Your first clue is coming up. Now, these are going to be pictures. You've got the picture question. Time starts now.
Okay, so Quality Street.
Can we have the next one, please? Sweet or... Fedora?
Panama Hat?
Another one?
Yeah,
Can
no.
I have another one, please?
Mousetrap.
So Mousetrap's a long-running play, isn't it?
It's the longest.
The oldest kind of sweet, longest kind of sell on sale kinds of sweets, maybe. The oldest, or the longest canal.
Yeah. The longest running of whatever in their genre.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Are they all the longest running examples of things that are the longest running?
What do you think you're seeing in the first picture?
Is it the name of just a street? Is it Quality Street?
Is the longest
Is it the longest street in the UK?
In Hong Kong or
Panama is the
something.
longest
Longest canal,
in
Mousetrap's the
world.
longest running play in Iceland.
It doesn't really hold together, I'm afraid. That is not the right answer. I'm going to show the fourth clue to the gamblers. See if you can go for a bonus.
They're named after things from other works of literature, like the Mousetrap.
They're all named after things from other works of literature. Othello, Mousetrap, is that Fedora?
No, Trilby.
Oh, Trilby, sorry.
Yeah, Trilby is by du Maurier.
Yeah, the Mousetrap's
was
a
the play in
reference from
Hamlet.
Hamlet. Or from Shakespeare,
So they're all-
actually.
Shakespeare is the word we're looking for,
Shakespeare
isn't it?
Shakespeare's the...
No, hang on, not Trilby, isn't that? It's du Maurier.
You were debating for a very long time. Give me your answer in one sentence.
They're all names that are taken from works of Shakespeare.
I'm afraid they're not. They are all named after plays. Quality Street is named after a play by J.M. Barrie. Fedora was a play in the 1880s written for Sandra Bernhardt. Othello, of course, the board game named after
Mousetrap,
Othello.
play within.
And the Mousetrap, you're absolutely right, after the
within the
play
play
in
in
Hamlet. The play within the play in Hamlet is actually the murder of Gonzago. But when Gertrude asks Hamlet what it is, he says the Mousetrap, which, of course, unfortunately gets a laugh now when they do Hamlet on stage, because everyone thinks of the Mousetrap. They all laugh. So still no points. Gamblers, please have another go.
Gamma, please.
Gamma, your first clue is coming up. Time starts now.
She's the president of Ukraine, isn't she?
The one-
First female president of places. We don't know if that one, do we? But that's who it is.
That's
Next,
what she
please.
is. Violeta Barrios Chamorro was the first female president of either the Philippines or Colombia. I think it's first female leaders are presidents of countries.
They're all first female leaders of different countries.
That is absolutely right. The first, and in fact only, female leaders of their countries. Can you tell me what those countries are?
Ukraine, Canada for Kim Campbell, Israel,
Israel.
Golda Chamorro, either the Philippines or Colombia. I can't remember.
Neither. Nicaragua. But she was the first female leader in Central America. That's right, Yulia
again, we should have
Tymoshenko,
gone- that would've been awful.
first female leader of the Ukraine. Kim Campbell of Canada, Golda Meir of Israel. So very good. Coming in after just 2 clues, you get 3 points. Over to the bowlers to pick a letter.
Delta, please.
First clue coming up. Time starts now.
Helios.
Helios is Greek god's son.
The first helium named after him as well. So
Yeah,
can you have another
and
one,
then-
please?
That's true.
Artemis.
Is that the sun? Are they? Who's the Roman sun god? Because Artemis is the
No.
other one of Mercury, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
Should we go
yeah,
for
can we have another one, please? So, Khufu.
Khufu.
Khufu is one of the great pyramids,
Is he a god as well?
but
the other gods are the
Is he
same
Egyptian
thing.
god?
isn't Khufu one of the great pyramids?
No, that
Oh,
was
the other two aren't.
10
yeah, another
seconds.
clue,
Can
please.
we have the last one, please?
Oh, they
Oh, it's the wonders of the
5
world.
seconds.
The wonders of the world.
are dedicated to them.
Yeah, the wonders of the world are dedicated to these people. So it's the Great Pyramids.
The lighthouse.
Mausolus was the mausoleum. Helios was
The Great Lighthouse?
was one of yeah, something like that.
You're right. The wonders of the world were built in their honour. The
Yeah.
Colossus of Rhodes is actually a statue of Helios. Artemis, of course, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. The Great Pyramid of Khufu at Giza. And Mausolos, it's interesting, mausoleum originally simply meant dedicated to Mausolos, but of course now means generally a sort of shrine, tomb. Very well done. So you get points as well. Everybody's off the 0. And we're back to the gamblers to pick a letter.
Beta, please.
First clue coming up. Time starts now.
Allied D-Day aircraft. No. Lancaster bombers. Don't know.
Next, please.
Dolicho Hippus.
The horse.
Horse.
Dolicho means nothing to me.
Next, please.
Black
Black
and
and
white
white
Black and white
stripes.
stripes.
Do you think it's
Yeah,
gonna
it'll be a zebra.
It'll be a zebra. I bet
Yeah.
black and white stripes.
Black and white stripes.
You sprang into life when you
As soon as you see a grey
How
rabbit,
did you? Yes,
let
that's
the
right.
dog see the rabbit.
The fourth in the sequence would have been Newcastle United. The Allied D-Day aircraft were painted in black and white stripes to make them easier to recognise. Greyhounds, what about the Greyhounds?
Trap 6, black and white stripes.
Black and white stripes, Newcastle United, of course, play in black and white. And what
Thought
about
might
that
have been
second clue?
I
Is
think
that a
it's
zebra?
Dolichohippus is a type of zebra, exactly. So, well done. Bowlers, that leaves you only Zeta. Your first clue is coming up. Time starts now.
It's a book, isn't it? Book of Prize winning books or something.
Do you have another clue?
Yeah, let's get
Another clue, please.
Breakout.
Doesn't.
Okay, I don't know. Next one.
Another one, please.
Shotgun.
Was it? They were all the first. Oh, you can swap them all round. So Songbird,
Gunshot.
Outbreak,
Songbird.
Gunshot.
Outbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they all still... They're made up of 2 words, and if you swap the order of the words, they still make words. So outbreak, songbird, gunshot.
You're quite right. The 4th clue would have been takeover, which can become overtake. It's one of our treacherous word clues. 2 points to you. Very well done. So the scores at the end of round 1. The bowlers have got 3 points, but the gamblers are in the lead with 5 points. Round 2 is all about sequences. The clues are still connected, but they come sequentially. I will be asking the teams what's 4th in the sequence. And again, the fewer clues they need to see before giving me the correct answer, the more points I'll give them as my little thank you. Gamblers, you'll be going first again. Please pick a letter.
Stay with Alpha, please.
The first in a sequence is going to come up. I'd like to know what's 4th. Time starts now.
Looks like Scrabble scores maybe, but it's a sequences.
Next, please.
Oh, it's time. It must be East Africa, Central Africa.
Yes.
It'll be GMT equals 0.
GMT equals 0.
GMT equals 0.
What would you expect the 3rd clue to be?
CET plus 1.
CET, yeah, Central European Time.
Very good. 3 points to you. These are abbreviations for time zones and their relationship with GMT. And going 3, 2, 1, 0, you get GMT itself. Very good. Bowlers, please pick a letter.
Epsilon, please.
First clue coming up. What's 4th? Time starts now.
Triton.
Look, have another one, please.
The moon, isn't it?
That's and Titania
Titania
is
is a
as
moon as well.
well. Can we get another one?
Yeah.
Can we have another one, please?
They're moons of Neptune, aren't they?
All right.
Oh, is it just the moon? Is it moons of the solar system in
On the
order
way
of
in.
size?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Is it the moon? Or Luna?
I'm afraid that is not the answer, so I'm going to throw it over to the gamblers for a possible bonus.
No, it's Ganymede.
Okay, Ganymede.
I think it's the largest. It's going to be Ganymede.
Why do you think it's going to be Ganymede?
Are they the largest moons of... Are they all of Jupiter? Or are
No,
they
it's Neptune, Uranus, Saturn and Jupiter
Jupiter, I think it's
in
Ganymede.
order in towards the sun.
That is absolutely right. They are the largest moons of the planets in the solar system coming in from Neptune. Very well done. Bonus point to you, and you may now pick your own letter.
Gamma, please.
Gamma, first one coming up. Time starts now.
Scorpion. It looks Indian to me.
Indian festival.
Yeah.
Next, please.
Oh, will it be incarnations? It might be Krishna, might be the last Lord Krishna, I don't know.
I don't know.
Next, please.
Balalaika.
Oh, it must be number of strings on instruments. How many? Balalaika got 3 strings or 4? I bet it's number of strings on instruments. So if a balalaika's got 4, 5 is.
10 seconds.
Is it a violin?
Violin has got
5.
4.
Violin has
5.
5. It might be 2, 3, 4, 5 strings. That's all I can think of.
Let's go with that.
Violin.
Why do you think it's violin?
I think the musical instruments with the ascending numbers of strings.
And how many strings do you think a violin has?
I do have grade 1 violin, but that's a long time ago.
We thought it was 5.
but
I'm toying with you like a cat with a mouse. You're going to get the point because violin is an example of what you'd expect to see. But actually, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 strings. The Gopiantra has just 1 string. The Ahu, 2 strings. Balalaika, 3. And 4th would be anything with 4 strings. Bass guitar, banjo, cello, violin. Although in mistakenly thinking that a violin had 5 strings, you've accidentally backed into some points.
Oops.
Very well done. Back to the bowlers then, to pick a letter.
Beta, please.
Beta. First clue coming up. Now, these are going to be picture clues. So what would you expect to see in the 4th picture? You'll see the first one now.
Squiggly road ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Bends ahead.
Next one.
Next, please. T-junction.
T-junction, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it S bend T-junction,
Yeah.
then a U-turn, but there's a V would be
Well, should we see the
one
next?
shot,
Should we see the
one
next
shot
one?
bend ahead. Yeah, can we have the next one, please?
U-boat.
U-boat.
So,
V.
what
What's it? V.
I don't know, a V2 bomb, I guess it's just letters that are presenting S bend.
10 seconds.
Yeah, just
Something like a doodlebug, something with a V in its name.
That is absolutely correct. We had chosen a picture of a lovely V-neck. You were saying S-bend, T-junction, U-boat. Basically, we wanted to show anything that wasn't a V sign. We don't want to flick V signs on BBC4. Absolutely not. We chose a V-neck, but you get the points. Very well done. Gamblers, please pick a letter.
Delta, please.
First clue coming up. Time starts now.
Cantona,
King Eric
probably.
Cantona, probably, but
Next, please.
Canton.
Canto.
Canto.
Canto. Brian Canto.
Cant, yeah.
It's Cantona. Canton, lose a letter.
Canto.
Canto, lose
Yeah,
a letter.
okay.
So Cant. So Brian Cant.
Brian Cantler.
Yeah, Brian.
We think it's going to be something to do with Kant, maybe Brian Kant.
Not only have you correctly worked out the sequence,
We've got
but you,
Brian.
like us, thought of lovely Brian Kant. Eric Cantona, Canton, the division of Switzerland. Canto, of course, part of the Divine Comedy. So taking off a letter each time you'd arrive at Kant. And what nicer thing to think of than lovely old Brian. I once saw him in a car park. One day I'll work that up into an anecdote. Bowlers, I believe there is only one question remaining. It's Zeta again. First clue coming up now.
6 equals
It's
line.
line.
Yeah.
No.
Can I have another one, please?
Nothing.
4 equals corner. Add another one.
Yeah.
Another one, please.
And
I'll
that's
say
it,
it.
I think so.
B equals street. 6 equals line. 4 equals corner. There's nothing with the there's 4 corners.
6 lines.
And then 6 lines, 3 streets. So it's not to do with Monopoly, is it?
4
Because it's not 6
corners.
lines.
In a square. No.
10 seconds.
3 streets in the triangle. Street.
Oh, what was I think that's big.
No.
Is it 1 equals wood?
Why do you think it would be?
I'm thinking on a tube map might be 6 lines, 4 stops with corner in and 3 with street in, but it's not really a sequence.
Falls apart at the seams a bit. I'm afraid that is not the answer I'm looking for. Gamblers, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
I think it's to do with a roulette wheel. I think it's going to be 2 equals split.
You are absolutely right.
Very good.
And I'm not surprised to
The
see it.
gambling.
I hear you're a bit of a roulette sicko.
Yes.
I must say I'm a bit of a gambler myself. Not that treacherous game. But for all the money you've lost playing it, and it's all worthwhile because you've got a bonus point, so very well done. At the end of round 2, the bowlers have got 5 points, but the gamblers are like greyhounds out of the traps with 15 points. Round 3 is the connecting wall, where there are 4 neatly connected groups of 4 clues, all scrambled up into 16 apparently random ones. Bowlers, you'll be going first this time. I'm going to want you to unpick this wall, sort them back into 4 connected groups, point for each group you find, and bonus points later if you can tell me the connections. So you've got the choice of the alpha or beta wall. It's the quarterfinal, so they'll both be horrible.
Alpha, please.
Alpha, you've got 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheeky girls. Can't see the kind of girls.
Virgin. Cocktails, virgin.
Code, barcode.
Don't.
Brass. Gelid. What can that be? Something to do with frozen. The parky, gelid. It could be cold.
Brass.
Yeah.
Crisp.
Maybe chili. I've got 2.
Can we try those with
Records,
brass?
Columbia Island, Virgin.
A factory.
Factory. All record labels.
London Records, maybe. Take out factory.
What would else?
Take out Columbia.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay.
I'll try some cold
think there
ones.
are
You
cold
try.
ones, 'cause
You
Ken
find
Brass.
Keen, Parky.
keen, cold, grass, crisp.
Jelly.
Try the
Wales,
killer,
Wales getting a pod maybe? I don't know.
killers,
Whale.
killer whales,
whales.
killer powder. That's me. Royce Brass, keen, parky.
You've used 1 minute.
Right, cheeky monkey, brass monkey, grease monkey,
Yes.
powder
Yep.
monkey.
Powder monkey, yeah.
Perfect.
Go for that one. Maybe? Come on. Come on. Code monkey is like a programmer, yeah. There you go.
Fantastic.
Right.
So
we've
with
still
2
got these
groups
cold
left, you have
ones.
3
Okay.
chances
Get
to
it,
get
get
We
it.
need to try the
Yes.
cold ones.
What else will go together? Commander Keen is a computer game, but it's not going to be. Grease. We've got plenty of time, so. Cream.
Chili.
You've got a minute
I
left.
can't see what Gelid else can be. What can Colombia else be then?
Well, Colombia, Wales, Greece. So
Oh,
just,
they're all countries,
They're
but
called countries, but
they're
they're
countries,
spelled
but they're
differently.
spelled differently. They just sound like countries.
oh,
Fantastic.
brilliant.
You've solved the wall. OK, that is 4 points for getting all the groups. What about the bonuses? Virgin Island London Factory.
Record label.
Record labels.
They're all British record labels. Cheeky Code Brass Powder.
And all proceed the monkey. So cheeky monkey, code monkey, brass monkey, powder monkey.
And what do they all mean?
Cheeky Monkey is obviously a scallywag. A Code Monkey is a computer programmer. Brass Monkey, cold, or a pile of
Something
cannibals.
Yeah, something
And
for
Powder
holding
Monkey
cannibals in place.
is a young seaman who used to put gunpowder into cans or something like that.
Yeah, we would carry the explosives and the gunpowder. Exactly right. So the next group, I'm not going to say it out loud. Perhaps you'd like to tell me what the red group is.
I think Chile, Wales, Greece and Colombia are all countries.
Yeah,
But the words there sound like
The words are
homonyms of-
homophones for countries. I'm very glad you got that group. I was nervous that if you didn't get it and I shouted Chile, Wales, Greece, Colombia, you would immediately. They're words that sound like the names of countries. And the last group, crisp, gelid, keen, parky.
All mean cold.
All words meaning cold. So that is 4 points for the groups, 4 bonus points for the connections, 2 extra points for getting it all right. It's a maximum of 10 points. Very well done. Let's bring in the gamblers and see what they can do with a punt on their own connecting wall. A new wall, of course, 16 fresh clues. The same rules apply. I'd like to see it sorted into 4 neat groups of 4. Beware the red herrings. Now, the alpha wall's been taken, so you'll be getting the beta wall. You have 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Blue Mountain Coffee, Java
Computer
Coffee.
languages, Java C.
Yeah, Java C. Well, it should be computer, but no.
Monty Python.
Monty Python, Monty Burns,
Monty Python.
Monty Norman, Monty Python.
No.
No?
Okay.
What can Panas-
Monty Don, there's a Monty,
Monty
Don,
Don,
as well,
yeah.
so no.
Panasar's got to be in there
Must
Yeah.
be Panasar.
because there's nothing else it can go with.
Monty Python, Monty Burns, no.
No.
Monty Python, no. No.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
What else have we got?
Right, okay, cool. Is logo a
Python.
computer language? Pearl, is that one?
Yeah, but it
Pearls.
looks kind of like it could be an acronym. C plus is a language of C.
Yeah,
C's
there's
a
definitely
language.
some computer
Java.
languages there. Baby was the name of an early computer, wasn't it? But that's...
Those are the actual computers.
Yeah,
opposed
yeah.
to,
I'm not keen.
K7. K7, is that going to be a computer
I
language?
don't know what
Something to do
K7.
Chess or a mountain in the Himalayas.
You've used 1 minute.
Heart.
Heart of Gold, Heart.
You haven't got biscuit now. Think of a biscuit.
Broken
What's
Hearts.
Bourbon? It's got to be Bourbon Street again now.
Blue Mountains are in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Or is it Blue... All I can think
Is
Blue
it
Mountain
is it time
Coffee,
to try and
Java.
start getting these computer languages out there? Because it must be...
Logo.
Java.
I think Pearl might be as well.
I think Java might be the
That's baby.
Yeah.
No. Kentucky Bird. House of Bourbon. Biscuits.
yeah, biscuits.
Biscuits, yeah.
No.
Malted milk.
Milk, yeah. What can go before some of these words?
Well, Java. Java's
Got
coffee,
30
Blue
seconds
Mountain's
left.
coffee.
Bob.
Milk coffee.
Milky coffee. Bob, no. Python.
Python good.
Python. It's not Monty, it's... No.
Try logo Pearl Java C. That's not done that combo. Not gonna happen, is it?
The time's running out. That's it. So, you've got one group, I shall give you a point for that, and another one if you can tell me the connection.
They're on Monty's.
Monty Norman, Monty Don, Monty Burns, Monty Panazar. Who are they?
Monty Norman wrote the James Bond theme, allegedly.
Monty Don's
Don's a
TV Gardener.
gardener.
Monty Burns is the owner of the nuclear power plant in Springfield in The Simpsons.
Monty Python is a
Panasar,
cricketer.
England cricketer.
Absolutely right. Now, you didn't get the other groups, but I will give you the bonus points for the connections. So let's resolve the wall. The green group, Milk, Heart, Computer, Baby. I can't give you too long. This is actually a word one. They can all be followed by the word monitor. Milk monitor,
yeah,
heart
okay.
monitor, computer monitor, baby monitor. Red group, Python, logo, Pearl C.
Those must be computer
Those are the
languages.
computer languages.
They are computer languages.
didn't
You
put the
kept
Python in
putting
there.
K7 in that group every time. That is the computer
must be
languages.
coffees at the bottom.
And the last
Yeah.
group,
Yeah.
Bourbon or Bourbon, K7, Blue Mountain, Java,
Coffees.
types of coffee. You're right, you said Blue Mountains in Jamaica. That is where the coffee comes from, types of coffee. So, 1 point for the group that you identified, 3 more bonus points for the connections. That's a total of 4 points. Let's see how that leaves the scores at the end of round 3. The bowlers have got 15 points, but the gamblers are still in the lead with 19 points. How are you at the connecting wall? All very easy when you're at home, isn't it? That's a coffee, this is a computer language, he's the Chinese ambassador to Peru. Why not put it to the test? We've put some connecting walls on the website, which you can play against the clock. Meanwhile, we're going to play round 4, the missing vowels round. This is the one where we take well-known names or phrases, remove the vowels, then squidge the consonants about a bit. Teams, you have to unpick what those names or phrases are. So, fingers on buzzers. The first group are all literary lovers. Don't know it. Gamblers?
Othello and Desdemona.
Yes, 1 point. Gamblers?
Heathcliff and Cathy.
1 point. Bowlers?
Scarlet and Vet.
1 point. Gamblers?
Bridget Jones and Mark Darcy.
Correct. Next category, quotations from famous speeches. Bowlers?
This was their finest hour.
Winston Churchill, 1 point. Bowlers?
The bullet or the ballot? Or the ballot or the bullet?
I'm afraid you're going to have to lose a point, and I'm throwing it to the gamblers for a possible bonus.
The ballot is stronger than the bullet.
I'm afraid that's not right either. The ballot or the bullet, Malcolm X said. Next clue. Bowlers?
Give me liberty or give me death.
Patrick Henry, 1 point. Gamblers?
Rivers of Blood.
From Enoch Powell, 1 point. Next category, playing cards. Bowlers?
Ace of Hearts.
1 point. Bowlers?
The Hanged Man.
From the Tarot, 1 point. Gamblers?
Mr. Bunn the Baker.
Everyone's favourite, 1 point. Gamblers?
One-Eyed Jack.
Yes, the Jack of Spades or Hearts. Next category, red wine grapes. Gamblers?
Pinot Noir.
1 point. It's a tricky one. Sanso, next clue. Gamblers?
Sangiovese.
1 point. Bowlers?
Montepulciano.
1 point. Next category, legal occupations. Bowlers?
Attorney General.
1 point. That noise, which means either it's the end of the quiz or the sound department's drunk again. Or apparently it's both. So looking at the final scores, the bowlers have got 21 points, but the winners with 27 points are the gamblers. Well done, gamblers. You're through to the semi-finals. Bowlers, unfortunately, it's goodbye. Please join us next time when the pressure will be more pressing, the tension tenser, and the questions, well, they won't be any easier. Goodbye.
Coming up next tonight here on BBC4, meet the modern-day feminists who believe the need for action is as urgent as ever. The final part of Women is coming up next.